Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the pay to win account. We just hit level 239 and I was just taking a minute to look through here. A lot of players in here are 300 plus. There we have a 255, 250 plus, almost 300. So definitely making some solid progression, especially looking at the level that we're at right now. So we're gonna go in today. We're gonna hopefully make some progression through 37-14 or 16, 37, 16. Finish out this one, possibly get onto the next boss stage. Hopefully finish out that one, do a couple summons. Then of course, answer any questions that you guys have in regards to AFK Arena. What's going on? We got Brandon here. We got Ryan, Dark, Blaine is here as always. Slimani, Chris, Dave, and 4HP1A. And the FF machine is here as well. All right, guys. So looking at the factions themselves, we have Walker to build for Lightbearer. Here's the only one. On here, on the Maulers, we have Granite and we have K-Sauce. That is the only heroes we need here. Wilders, we are done, but we know that we have a new Wilder that is coming, guys. The new Wilder is coming pretty soon, which is going to be the next hero up. Graveborn, we have everyone done. Just stockpiling all of our legendary heroes right here. With the Celestials, we're working on Athalia. A lot of players were talking about this this morning, that a lot of, we really focused on Athalia. Athalia was the build when AFK Arena came out. She was really the only priority that you wanted out of the Challenger store. Then with the God tier comp, the shift really changed to players building out Aziz. So once we got the God tier comp, once it was up and running, even a lot of events, he was kind of the go-to. Well, now Athalia is now number one again. So it did kind of go back to building her because of the engraving system. The engraving system really strengthened her a lot stronger. PvP, she is really a big priority, but she can single-handedly destroy targets, which we'll see. I did borrow her again from Sidlax to go ahead and build her in here. What's going on, guys? We have a lot of people in here already, kind of crazy. Sheen Evil is here as well. Javid is here. All right, so, and then, of course, on the Hypogen front, we're still building out Zolrath. Zolrath does need furniture, guys, and I can't stress that enough. I tried using him a bunch of different places. He needs this 3 of 9 furniture. This is really the thing that drives the power that Zolrath has within formations. Because I don't have him ascended, I don't have that 3 of 9 furniture. Ultimately, we found him super ineffective when it came to formations because we do not have that 3 of 9 furniture in there. Then, of course, we're building out our newest, guys, which is Da Vinci. Have him at a plus 24 signature item, just waiting to get more emblems of space out of the shop. We have seen him used in a bunch of different places. So ultimately, a lot of players have said, is he useful? Has he been really useful? So we've seen him appearing in Mihira comps. We've seen him appearing with Khazard. And the big thing is with his abilities between his cannon and, of course, the work of art, is they're creating perma-stun teams because of Khazard and him being built with the plus 30 signature item, increasing the duration of negative debuffs against currently affecting enemies by 60%. So they're able to actually build out permanent stun lock teams, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, absolutely agree, Javid. Athalia is super overpowered. Do I get Iran or Raku to plus 30 signature item first? Honestly, with those two, I would go with Iran, Ben. One thing is, with Iran, the plus 30 signature item does give him, it doubles the amount of the freeze time. So if you're using Iran, if you're using him in the campaign for the 5-pull, things of that nature, I would build out Iran first, just for the simple fact that he's a hero that I'm going to use a lot more than I would choose. Zolrath is number 1. Athalia is 2. See, CK, I disagree. Having Zolrath on other accounts and having Athalia, it really seems like Athalia is my priority, and we'll go ahead and Stargaze for Athalia. I want to build her out first because I want to be able to target specific heroes, which again, it does kind of go back and forth. A lot of players do build out Zolrath first, but ultimately, I'm going to go with Athalia. I like Athalia. I need her for the Celestial Tower. So Lucretia is making solid progression within the Infernal Fortress. Here I am super lacking damage, and if you do look, every battle has, of course, decked out Athalia right there. that is where I'm finding her. I already have furniture for her, but this tower is lagging because I do not have enough damage to continue progression in there. CK Storm, that's really the big thing. I don't have enough damage within this formation to make solid progression within the tower. I definitely have to get more damage. What do I think about Leonardo 9-9 with Ainz? I've seen that Dark Blade, and I like the concept of putting Leonardo with Ainz. But the big thing with those formations, even when you look at the Ainz team comp, is you're really trading heroes. You're trading good heroes for good heroes. So even looking here, you know, let's say this formation, you have Arthur, you have Albedo, you have Pharrell, we have Merlin, we have Ainz. Even if you swap out Pharrell, putting in your Leonardo da Vinci, you're trading crowd control for crowd control. Could make a little bit of difference just because of the dimensional boost in there and getting the 5-dimensional. But ultimately, you're swapping really good heroes for really good heroes. And now there's another hero that you have to build. Most everyone has Pharrell built out just because he's been in the game forever. So a lot of players do have Pharrell built out where they don't have Leonardo built out. Could take a backseat because, again, you already do have a lot of the heroes already built out. Love seeing the growth. I was a sub when you were less than 5K. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, we're almost to 20,000 subscribers, guys. I believe we're almost to 19,500 right now. So we are only 500 subscribers away from our 20,000 mark, which is kind of crazy. What's going on, Pluto? Do you regret building Moriel? No. So the big thing with Moriel, and the reason why I built out Moriel, and as you can see here, we have her completely built, is, of course, for the very simple reason of this. So we're 1123. Every single formation right here is Moriel. So regardless of where you're at, it is going to be Moriel. She does a considerable amount of damage, but to stay competitive in the Twisted Realm, I'm in the Fabled Realm. I'm trying to stay in the Fabled Realm. Every single formation is Moriel. Just like we've seen with the Celestial Tower, where every single formation does run Athalia. Every single formation here to stay competitive within the Fabled Realm. 1123, that's pretty good, guys. That gives me 760 of our Twisted Essence, almost a full furniture pull, 2580 there. And then, of course, we do get our Twisted Sigils in there. You have to have her to stay competitive. When I was running Shamira within the Twisted Realm, I was about 4,000 or 5,000. That is right, guys, 4,000 or 5,000. Built on Moril, now I'm at 1,100. So it makes a really big difference. My stones have been trash lately. Marcos, we've seen the same. So I have seen a lot of the stones that have just come back with nothing in there. Let's see what we get today, guys. So over the course of our last week, we have 9 Elite Hero stones. So let's go ahead and pop these, see if they remain trash. That's what a lot of players have been saying, that they've been really struggling with the Elite stones. Boom, what do we get? We got Damon, we got Leica, we got Isolde, we got Desirous, Satrana. So even though no Celestials, no Hypogens, that is still a very solid pull, guys. I mean, Damon you'll use, Leica you'll use, Desire you'll use, Estrilda we use within the tower, Nemitsu, the Mauler Tower, Satrana. A little bit of food in there too. That is a really solid pull. Again, no Celestials or Hypogens, but I am completely okay with that because that is a pretty good overall pull. What's going on? We got a brand new Blaze. Is it Blaze? Blaze, a brand new subscriber to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Can Moriel and Alna climb the tower just as good without Athalia? No, Dave, they cannot. So I've tried Moriel within my formations because if you look here, I've tried Moriel for every formation because if you drop Moriel out, not many of these heroes do much damage. That's kind of the problem that I run into. So when I'm running in the Celestial Tower floors 300 plus, I don't have enough damage to kill to kill the heroes. I don't have enough damage to kill them just with Moriel, even though she does an incredible amount of damage. I do not have the bleed effect of Athalia. I don't have the power of Zafriel. I'm missing the key damage when it comes to the Celestial Tower, which is the reason why I can't go any further. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm working on Zafriel for the Celestial Tower. Zafriel does very well. Both of them do very well. Josh, I would recommend building them out. Athalia might be a little bit easier to build just because you get copies out of the Challenger store, but Zafriel does exceptionally well. I think a lot of people don't use Zafriel so much in the Celestial Tower because a lot of people don't have him built. So that's kind of the big thing. Stones are always trash. I don't even know why I still buy the Noble Society. Food. FF machine, that's it. It is food. Yeah, that's right, Ben. They do get a big... So a lot of people, and this is kind of my personal opinion, enemies that are struck by the ability Work of Art. So if he ults, will receive 45% more damage, which is what Ben is talking about with the 9 of 9. Ultimately, I don't have a problem with Ainz doing damage. For Ainz to do 45% more damage when the enemies are crowd controlled, Ainz will kill them anyways, and Ainz does kill them anyways. He is such a strong, just overpowered hero that he is still killing the heroes even without the boost. We know Ainz does really well even without the boost. Leo might be good for Ainz in some PvE situations, but for PvP, I don't see him. Yeah, and that's it. Just what FF Machine said. You kill the heroes anyways. You're going to destroy the heroes anyways. To add more damage to Ainz is just kind of overkill, which is why a lot of people even talked about not doing engraving on Ainz, because it is just a little bit of overkill as we continue to add more and more strength to Ainz. I have over 1 million Challenger tokens due to the Merlin exchange. I already have 309 Athalia and Zolrath. Should I go for Orthos or Star up? Honestly, if you're at that point, Robert, I would put stars on Athalia. So when you look at the priorities, especially PvP, Athalia is very broken with her engraving, guys. She is one of the first heroes that you do want to build out on the engraving. We have Ainz, we have Lucretia. Then most people go for Athalia, especially if you are PvP, because of this one. For the first 8 seconds of battles, the stat increase received by the ability is multiplied by 1.5 times, which means with the signature item, you're putting up a much stronger bleed. She destroys when it comes to PvP. I regret not building her from the beginning. I really feel like I needed to build her earlier, and I didn't. Been considering Mizoth. Mizoth is good, but again, there's a lot of heroes that do what Mizoth does. And that's kind of the thing here is Mizoth will do well when you start getting into heavy level deficiencies. The tanking role still doesn't really perform. Even if you ask Sheen Evil, a couple other heroes that are more towards the end of the, further in the campaign, tanks really don't hold their own. A lot of tanks get destroyed. Even Arthur with the level deficiency I'm at, they die pretty easy. Lilith made Isle... Yeah, I agree, Hills. Lilith made the Isle of Gold way too defensive. Rarely get any resources that I pillage because they confine my Ainz. Yeah, that's what I found, Hills. Which again, that's where Athalia will come in. If you're using Athalia and you're fighting an Ainz cop, she can actually kill out Ainz pretty early, which is very strong. Seem like you stargaze. The more you stargaze, the rates drop. It might just be a coincidence. Lilith has said it's all the same, guys. But ultimately, we'll have to see what it comes up with. So we do have a couple companion points here. So we'll do a couple summons before we get into the campaign. Hopefully pull 1 or 2 elites. I'd like to see some Celestials or Hypogens and a double elite right there, guys. Boom, which is Respin and Zolrath. We were just talking about Zolrath, guys, and there he is. So one more copy closer to being completely maxed out. Didn't get him out of the stones, but we got him out of the companion points. That's right, guys. Shout out my wife, Pat. Happy birthday, Pat. What's going on? Have a great day. It is a perfect Sunday for a birthday. Why did you engrave Flora to 60? So Flora, I am waiting for the reset. So we did engrave Flora all the way up to 60. I really wanted to try her out. I built her out. She's a hero that I have a lot of love for. Her engraving sucks. We tried to go a different route versus going Ainz and going with Albedo or Lucretia and going with Ainz. Once the Graveborn engraving is out, so once we get the final engraving, they are going to give us a reset. I am resetting Flora as soon as I can, guys, which is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to go ahead and reset that engraving. Right here, we have 3 more days till we can get some copies of Granite. Remember, the other 2 heroes we already have maxed out, Maro, and we have Hodgkin maxed out. So 2 summons here. Hopefully we can continue the Zolrath luck. And there's another elite, guys, which is a copy of Savius. Very nice. Pulling some food in there. Remember, the Maulers we have built. There we go. A little bit more food. So we're going to save all of our diamonds at this point for Stargazing. But we're going for Maulers. Hopefully a copy of Granite is what we're looking for. But we still need food for him as well. It's also my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you as well, Chris. Just entered the stream. What's going on, Razzie? All right, so a couple more resources there. Almost have a card. And we are still looking for Athalia. Guys, I'm going to build out Athalia first. Once she is done, we're going to swap right over to the Zolrath. Both of them already have plus 30 signature items. So we have 3 cards here, and we have 2 pulls, so 5 pulls in total. I'm hoping this will give us a copy. First one, just some resources, which we are still in need of the hero essence. That's what we're focusing on right now to continue our levels. Second pull, just some more resources. Hoping we get at least 1. There we go, guys. There's another copy of Athalia. I believe that puts us 2 away from having her done. It's getting close. It's getting close. But then I want to add a star on her. So not bad. We got a Light Bearer and a Mauler card there and quite a few resources. And the last pull here, guys. Boom. There it is. Got a Mauler card, some more rare cards, and some mythic gear. So not too bad. We got another copy of her. Adding another star there to Ruspin. He is almost completely maxed out. Again, just adding stars, and then they are done, guys. So Athalia we have right there, which we have 1. So we need 3 copies of Athalia, and then Zolrath is the same. So we need 4. We need 5 copies of Zolrath, and both of them will be completely maxed out. Then the rest of the heroes are just what it is. A lot of them we already have all maxed out 5 stars. So these copies just actually become food that we can use in the future as we build heroes. So very cool. I just went to Engraving Athalia, but the icon isn't showing up on my Celestial. They have to be 1 star, Josh. So if you're looking to engrave the Celestials, no engraving here because Taylene is just ascended. When you add 1 star up here, the engraving is now there. Yep, does have to be the very first star. They cannot be ascended. They have to be ascended plus the 1 single star. Stargate is always balanced no matter how good your pulls are. Early you will always get... Yeah, depending how many you do, Brandon, it's always going to be... It's always going to be balanced. So we got 15,000 tokens here, 3 cards on the table, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and use them, guys. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We have a couple heroes we're looking to build out. I'd like to pull another piece for Merlin. That way we can max him out. Kren will definitely have to get maxed out as well. Zolrath and Athalia, we're building both of them. So maybe with 1 or 2 lucky pulls, we can get some copies here. So 1, 2, 3. Third one is a mythic, which gives us a piece for Desira. Still maxing her out, guys. And it looks like it's lagging a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but it does look like it's that AFK Arena is just lagging a little bit. What would be a great start for beginners? There's a lot of beginner guides out there, Niall, to really focus on what you need early game. There's a couple really specific guides. How to set up the wish list, who to engrave for first. Some of the priorities are kind of built out. I know we just pulled that piece from Merlin. All right, so let's go ahead and equip these. So got a little bit closer, another piece for Desira. Wanted to add some there. But 3 cards on the table. Let's recycle what we're not using. Again, I think because we would only have 8 of Merlin, we don't have enough. I'm going to have to save the cards. I'm really thinking if we can get Kren another piece or Merlin another piece, we can get them to 8 of 8. Just to max them out is what I was kind of hoping there. Didn't get too lucky with the pulls, but that's okay. Every day, guys, we're making progression on this account. From getting resources to getting cards to getting everything. Absolutely. was wondering if you're going to make a guide for the new Wandering Balloon. Oh, yeah, I can, Mr. Boy Scout. I can. I haven't had that much time. I can definitely put one out tonight for the new Wandering Balloon. I don't even think I've done it here. Yeah, I'll have to get it together tonight. I haven't done the Dusty Barons. It's still kind of sitting there. And of course, they got some pretty good loot there. 1,000 diamonds. Got some chests. Got another elite hero right there. I'll have to do the guide up tonight, and we'll get it out. Do I need plus 20 SI on Pippa before I use her in the Thorin comp? Yes. Yep. The plus 20 Pippa, absolutely. Is it worth plus 30 for Granite? Yes. Granite is another hero that the plus 30 is his primary ability. So a lot of players are just building him up to Mythic to get that plus 30 signature item. This is the big one. So he will mark everyone with Petrification. And then he will go ahead and freeze everyone because everyone is marked with that Petrification, which is the reason so many people are building him. Plus 30, absolutely on Granite. You want plus 20 on Pippa for the invulnerability? Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, so now we're just going to answer some questions, but we are going to farm the campaign. I set it up with some team comps, so it might take a little bit to get them worked. I got the gear equipped on them. I got the artifacts equipped on them. So again, we're just going to let this run until we can finish out these campaign stages. And I know, again, some of it's not going to be first shot. It does contain a significant amount of RNG. But even there, Lucy got feared. But we'll get it. What's going on? Who's Ainen? Any idea time to save gems for Stargazing at Chapter 16? Honestly, at 16, I would not start Stargazing. What's going on, Ben? A Hippo supporter. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys. I wouldn't start Stargazing at Chapter 16. I would start Stargazing when you get pretty much 3 of each hero, or you're starting to push plus 125 on your faction towers. That is really the most ideal way to do it, because if you start Stargazing too early with your diamonds, you're not going to have the heroes to push in the campaign towers. If you cannot push in the campaign towers, you're actually not going to be able to get the Stargazer cards out of there. So Stargazing too early is going to be kind of counterintuitive. If you're looking to make progression, it's actually going to hinder your progression a little bit because you're Stargazing too early. All right, so this one, boom. Look at that, guys, 879. But look, again, Sidlax, thank you for letting me borrow Athalia. 524 million damage. She just does a monster amount of damage with that bleed. Here we're running the Ainz comp, and of course this is Flora. We did Thorin last time. The problem that I found is my levels are too high for the Thorin cheese to really work effectively. I feel like I need lower levels, honestly, because right now I'm doing too much, or I'm defending too much. I'm not doing enough damage. But look at that, guys. A triple Ainz with Merlin. Boom. And again, the game is lagging quite a bit. Got that one down. 1.32 billion. Look at that, guys. That is the monster that Ainz is, guys. 1.32 billion damage. That was the stage we couldn't do last time. That was where we were absolutely stuck. So this one, again, we're running Mahira, and we're running Mahira Rose with Khazard for the infinite stun. And there's one stun right off the bat. When Khazard dies, the duration still stays. So you can still make it through here pretty well. Might have to take a minute and restart BlueStacks. It looks like it is lagging quite a bit, guys. But we'll see if we can get this one done. It shouldn't be lagging this quick. Just want to ask if you recommend the new Dimensional Hero. Yes, Mark. Absolutely, guys. Build the new Dimensional Hero, especially because you can get them for free. If you're buying him, great. You can pick him up. Look at that, guys. One of the reasons I build Leica, and I want to get her to that plus 30 engraving, is the haste and energy she brings. But look at that, guys. 317 million damage right there. Rest of the team were crowd controlled, but that is a lot of damage she is putting out there. In our final battle, we are relying on Isolde on this one. Multiple forms of crowd control, including Oden. Which again, after this, we're going to have to restart this one. Because this is looking pretty laggy. It's been running smooth all day. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't want to restart mid-battle because it's going to make us redo every single battle, Hills. So I'm hoping we can get this one down pretty easy. And I'm hoping that it's going to come before we crash. And I think that's going to be it. We just need to get Tassie down in this one. Come on, Isold. Is it gonna... Oh, it's gonna freeze on our very last hero, guys. Oh, no! That's all we had to do was kill Tassie. I didn't want to restart it before we did this one, but I am gonna have to go ahead and restart it, guys. So that is it. It completely froze. Give me just a minute. There we go. It completely just dumped blue stacks. So it's gonna have to... It'll take a second here to reload. The very last battle, the very last hero. Wow, it's going to make us do all the battles. So if you guys have had this bug and know exactly how frustrating it is, a lot of players have found the bug with the very last the very last hero that you're building. They get to team 5 and then it bugs out and you can't kill the last team due to a bug. I know, Levi, I was hoping that we could get through that very last battle and that I could restart it. So now watch, it'll probably just destroy us every single time and we won't be able to get through. But every time that we've talked to Lilith about the bug, and what's happening is some heroes are going immune. They said it was due to the Arthur skin, and then some players were not even running Arthur and it was doing the exact same thing. It kept saying that the target was untargetable, so they couldn't actually finish the stages. What's going on, Reggie? Top Lad. I still love Top Lad. So cool. Try LD player. I think I'm going to. A lot of people have said try Nox and try LD player for a couple games. I don't know how difficult it's going to be to transition everything to get it all set up with the accounts and also to get everything converted over to Streamlabs. I'm going to have to see. Usually BlueStacks, I don't have any problems. Like I said, last couple days, I haven't had any problems with it. I've been pushing the tower like crazy. So if you're stuck in the game, guys, honestly, the best way to make progression in this game that I have found is pushing the towers. Pushing the faction towers, the Celestial, the Hypogen towers, pushing the King's Tower. All of them will make very solid progression in a very short amount of time if you can continue going through and making progression on the tower. It makes a really big difference. I cheesed one battle of every multi-fight in 37. Yeah. So the problem with it, Matthew, is if you look at my level, we're at 474. They're at 605. Most of the time, they do not do enough damage to Thorin, even with all of his gear taken off, to make a difference. So he's not producing enough damage. His retaliation effect is not doing enough damage because of the level deficiencies being so close to each other. In this one, Flora is down again, but I don't know if this is going to have enough damage with just Taylene to take Flora down. It's going to be close if we can get some stuns off. And Taylene used to do so much damage. I felt like, there we go. That Taylene did an incredible amount of damage before. But even there, guys, 288. It seems like Taylene's damage has just been overshadowed by, Lucretia and by Ainz and everyone else. Yeah, I hit that today. I hit the power cap actually in the regular tower. So in the regular King's Tower, I am power capped as well. With the Ainz comp, even with 60 engraving, I am still power capped in the King's Tower right now. I'm third on the server, so making some progression. I think this stage will take us to about third or fourth with the campaign progression. But again, I am capped in the tower. 323 million there. That's the reason I'm so focused on power leveling. Really trying to get up a lot of levels. It is really what I'm trying to do right now, is getting a lot more levels on these characters, not only to push through the campaign, but also to bring a lot more power when it comes to the towers. I feel like I'm missing some of the key heroes in there, which I know I really need to get, like Athelia, Zolrath, and the Hypogen Tower. I need to build a couple more heroes. Cannot push campaign or tower. Need to push 352. Level 35, 25, 24. Yeah, you just need more power. There we go, guys. 37-16. Boom. That boss stage is done. Very nice. 37-17. Where we wanted to get. And I still love the 5 pull. Lucretia in there just does an incredible amount of damage, guys. I'm at 38-4 with 475 level. Classic 5 comps. All boss battles. Ainz Prince. Joker Mahira Khazard. Or Mahira Raku. I like the Mahira Raku. I like that combination too. Yeah, so Merrick's just using all of the standard formations. I feel like in one of the things I know we've talked about before, you know, a lot of players say I should be a lot further than I am right here, being in 37-18. And the only thing that I say is I only make progression and we only push this account when it's live. Every single stage we've done in this entire game has been recorded. So we have all of it available to watch. We have everything, every single stage. And we only push the campaign for 1 hour, guys. That is right. We stream every week, so probably even less than an hour. But we stream the campaign for about an hour once a week, and that is it. That is where it actually stops. I don't push any of this. I push the towers when we're not watching, but I don't make any progression, and we don't push any of the campaign when it's not recorded. My RC level was 25 to 30 higher. That's what I'm saying when I cheesed all the... Oh, so it was much higher? We tried, Matthew. We tried for almost an hour last time with the stages, to cheese the stages. To no avail, we did not make it, unfortunately. This one, a lot of times, it's just moving Ainz up a little bit. We can get 1 or 2 ults off. And Pharrell with some stuns. There we go. Got that one done. Any tips on 387? Yeah. The Mauler tower is hard. A lot of it is just RNG with Kren. You have to get the survival within there in 387. I know AFK Helper, Chris, has a couple different formations. A lot of times with the Mauler tower in particular, is you just have to have the heroes that heal themselves. So if you look at heroes such as Antandra, if you have her 9 of 9 furniture, the ability, her survival is very high within the tower because she has the ability, she has the life lead, she has the ability to heal herself, which makes a big difference. Boom, there we go, guys. So another stage done, which brings us to another boss stage, which of course brings us to Flora. So I think this only has 1. Just making sure here real quick that we only have Flora. Because a good counter to the Flora combo is this Ainz comp that we're actually running right here. Which this one looks a little different. I don't think this was the actual counter to it. It's funny, it changed up the formations. No, I guess that is the formation that we're running. We're running it a couple times. We'll see. One big thing that I'm missing here, guys, that I know a lot of people realize is having Merlin. If I had Merlin with that 9 of 9 furniture, he would come right out and he would do his ultimate ability. So having a lot more mitigation would keep Albedo alive, could keep Taylene alive, keep Aziz alive, just because of the mitigation factor of it. And there's Albedo with the immunity. She can just take a ton of hits on that one, which is awesome. Lucy is at Legendary. What is a good amount of diamonds and Stargazer cards to save up for you to summon and take her to 1 star? If she's only at Legendary, you're probably talking 100,000 plus easy to be able to do the summons. I mean, 6 to 7 is normal. That's kind of right on par. 6 to 7 summons to go ahead and get a copy of her. So, I mean, divided by 5,000 each, you can see exactly how many and how long it takes to get that amount of summons. It's kind of crazy. There we go, guys. Flora just turned to flowers right there. Boom, 1.15 billion damage again, which is crazy. It is crazy the amount of damage. These comps don't care about power difference. Chapter 37 only use these comps. Yeah, we can run the same comps over and over until we get it to work, and it will work eventually, guys. With the RNG of AFK Arena, it will work eventually. So that's really the big thing to remember. 471, guys. Look at the power Grez is putting out. 480 there from Damon. Very nice as well. Doing a considerable amount of damage in both those. Power capped at 651 in the King's Tower. I think, help me please, I'm right about the same. So 250,000 diamonds. There you go. So Reggie called it. So every 10 Stargazer pulls minus about 5,000 diamonds off there. So even if you did 150,000 diamonds and what's that, a couple hundred Stargazer cards, you could definitely do it. This one with Baden might be a little hard because of faults. Might have to look at this one. And if there's someone like Baden, so looking at Mahira, Baden will actually turn her around, which is just a super pain in the butt way. But this one has crowd control. I feel like if we can keep Isolde up a little bit, if we can get a banish in here, or banishing Falks, that really doesn't make that big of a difference. Let's see if we can finish out this one. Yeah, absolutely, Brandon. The 9 of 9 on Merlin, I absolutely agree, is completely broken. I really think it is completely broken. Which again, we're probably going to have to change some of these teams up. But getting some of the RNG done. Having tier 2 weapons and boots, 5-star helm and purple chest, and moving his large furniture is the best setup for Thorin. Removing the large furniture helps a lot because of the crit resistance. Yeah, we're going to have to probably get him set up, especially if we're pushing further. As we continue to push further in the campaign, I feel like we're definitely going to have Thorin working, and Thorin actually working pretty well. There we go. We got the knockback right there. Boom. Got the double chain. Got the stuns from Rowan. That is how it works, guys. And now Falks and Rain just duke it out to kill themselves. And I'm hoping... Oh, got a lucky confine there, but just Falks right here. Mesmerized and got him down. There we go. 9 of 9 Merlin. Only one counter is SEO. Yeah, exactly. We're building Merlin, guys. We just got to get him there. There's a couple heroes. Absolutely. We just have to get there. We just have to get built. And this one has Isolde. If we can keep Isolde alive for a moment, it'll work pretty well. There we have Tassie. It'd be awesome to finish 2 stages today, guys. I would be super pumped if we could finish out 2 different stages. Prince of Persia cannot die in the course of a split second. And again, a lot of it is just the RNG factor. That's really it. It is just the RNG factor of some of these team comps. And every time I fight Sophia is very difficult to deal with, guys. Again, every time that I fight her, she puts that static field on, I believe, Thane it's going on. What else we got here? We could pull Thorin in. Not for the cheese, but just the survivability aspect, which usually works pretty well. And Brutus, of course, with the immunity. I think we're lacking a couple different heroes. So I wonder if... See, I like using Nara as well, and I like Nara to grab probably Static Field to really counter some of what Iran's doing in there. But I think she got confined. Yeah. Yeah, I think Prince has no gear as well. Because I think I put it on... Well, he has the best gear he can get. We have Ezio too, we have Arthur, we have Merlin. We have a couple of heroes we could actually swap into this formation to possibly work. So who else do we got? We got Gwen as well. Gwen is definitely a hero that can utilize that. I wonder if we could do... I wonder if we could go with Kren. We also do have Raku. Raku is here as well. Running absolutely out of gear. Out of all the characters in the game, anime or real life, who would you want as the next dimensional? I vote Pac-Man. I don't know about Pac-Man, but that would be pretty interesting. A hero like Pac-Man? Maybe. Wonder if Screg can do a little bit of mitigation. This is what happens to tanks, is when you start getting into the level deficiencies. Wonder if we even do Nara to try to... Let's grab Iran out of there. I know, Shadow. I went kind of back and forth. I was the Isolde comp, which is what we were running before, was just Isolde with Oden. But anytime that you're fighting this combination, it's pretty tough. Especially because any hero you get low, you're going to have Hendrik to deal with. I think if we can just get Isolde to live for just a little bit, if we can get his damage up, if we can get... I think we can get it to work. Nara with Call to stop Iran. Brutus against Sophia, so her damage up doesn't matter that much. Barricade on the tank. I think Brutus had the barricade. Brutus has the barricade. That's what I thought. Yeah, Brutus already has the barricade. Yeah, I know. Again, frustrating, but a lot of it is just RNG, guys. Like I've said before. Isolde can get his ult up if Isolde can get a lot of the damage going, because even there he's getting confined or he's getting killed. You got Pippa we do have Pippa too. We do have Pippa in here. Where's Pippa? There's Pippa. Which again, gear's pretty limited, but we do got Pippa as well. But a lot of times, just like you've seen there, Thane is a monster. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking with Isolde, is if we had... Just needs a little bit of... Honestly, a little bit of RNG I think would help. And I know Nara is not too strong either. My Nara is not built. But if we could get him a little bit of heals. See, we're out of gear. I don't even have money to enchant gear anymore. With trying to gain levels. Desira, I don't think I have the plus 30 signature item either. This is one of the issues that I keep running into. See, we don't even have our plus 30 signature item. But we do have... No, that's right, we can't use Zolrath. I'm thinking just keeping Isolde up. Even there, I mean, Brutus is taking quite a bit of damage. If we can keep Isolde up. Do you still have Kren, Raku, Grez, or Damon up? No, Grez and Damon we do not. Raku we have. Raku and Kren we have both. So we have Raku in here. Which again, he's wearing his best gear. So I mean, we do have Raku, which we could put Raku and Oden. Trying to keep Silas to keep him in there. This is the team that we had problems with last time. Can't do much if the front team's just getting destroyed. Let's go with Oden. A lot more displacement, a lot more damage. So even Isolde, we're running him. He's got all of his gear. This one, a lot of times if you use, let me try Carnage. Sometimes this one, because of the life leech factor that it adds, makes a big difference. But I think we can get this one. Should be able to. CC, Sophia, and Iran. With who? Who do you want me to use, Javid? Let me know. Could you Pippa Isolde and hope that Silas can ult to make him immune just long enough? Like I said, I think some of it just keeping Isolde up a little more. Yeah, who do you want me to CC? I know I can CC Iran right over here, but triple CC team. Raku with Pop or Turtle? We could try. We try Raku. Uh, 37, Lawrence. We're getting there. Yeah, a lot of it, again, is just kind of RNG, guys. You could run this 100 times and then 101 times it will work, and it will work flawlessly. Switch Oden and Silas position. So Silas hits Isolde. Yeah, that was the way that we had it. So Silas hits Isolde, which is how we had it. And then running Oden. Like I said, this is a pretty solid comp. But we just have to keep Isolde up. If Isolde gets destroyed, we already used Damon. Damon is already done, guys. I mean, that was a little bit closer. Does Raku have I or Duras? Well, we have either one. No, I think we're running. I think I have strings on him. Let's try to get him to ult a little bit quicker. And Oden is running it as well, because even Oden we could run. I like running the call on him sometimes, but I also run the Windbinder on him. Make it easier. And then Brutus, I think, is already running the barricade, so we have it there. And then we have Nara, which is doing. Again, I think it's just going to be the RNG, guys. You can keep Isolde up for just a couple minutes. I wonder if... No, he's tried to Zyra. Healing Mist sometimes does make a big difference. Let me check out what she's got. Yeah, she's got nothing. Let's see if we can get her up and if we can get her to alt. Got to get this one down, guys. We're going to do it. Put Isolde in front of Hendrik instead of Thane. Yeah, we can swap that up a little bit. Because Thane's not going to kill him. I just know Sophia does a crazy amount of damage over here. She really does. So Sophia, a lot of people underestimate the damage that Sophia does, but she really does some decent damage. Yeah, that's why they were saying to switch. I'll switch the two so Brutus just has the immunity there. It'll get there, guys. Wish we had that plus 30 signature item, because what else do we got for support? See, we don't even have, I don't have the 9 of 9 on there. We do have Orthos. And Moriel. Wonder if Orthos could live for a second. And again, not much armor, but I'm wondering if we could let Isolde. Try to pull Sophia with Nara. Yeah. Then I know Iran's gonna just eat everybody up. Let me look at AFK Helper and see. Yeah, I feel like we could definitely swap out Brutus a little bit. Let's see what we got for this stage for our last one. Because this is one I definitely want to get down. 37-20. We took out the Flora stage, which was good. Even looking 474, so let's look at team comps around where we're at. They're running 5 pull on that one, which we've already used. This one is using Ulna with Ainz for this last team. I'm just checking out the helper real quick. See Merlin, Ainz. A lot of them are using stronger comps than this. This one's a 5 pull. This one's using Lucretia comp. Yeah, so most of them in here are just using a stronger team comp for this very last stage in here, is what I'm saying. This one's using Taline and Raku. You know what? Let's try this one. Yeah, so they're using Taline and Raku instead of Brutus, which I think we already used. We already used Taline. So we can go Orthos with the barricade. And again, try to keep Isolde alive. And up here, we need a tank that's going to take a lot of damage or provide some crowd control. I was hoping the Prince of Persia would live for a second. What's going on, Manuel? Thank you for joining us. What about the Scrag Invade? Yeah, we could try the stall comp. That's very true. So I think we have all of them to stack everybody on this side. So stall comp, Orthos, well, we don't have Taline. We have Thorin, though. Then I think we do not have Theowen. Don't have Theowen either. Let's try Isolde. This one we've tried before with the ship. Usually works in all Negrez. I don't know, guys. It's not looking too good here. You need tier 2 gear on Prince. I don't think I have the tier 2 gear. What do we got here? That is not used. There's tier 2. Is it on Joker? Nope. Let's see if we got another piece. We got it on Athalia? I think his gear might be on Athalia. And how's that for gear? He's got all of his gear. So maybe now we can get this to work. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I know Hodgkin is another hero that needs to be built up a little bit more. But I feel like Prince of Persia can do well. We know Brutus already has the barricade. But I feel like Silas is not even Isolde the same. They get pulled in right at the beginning and it just absolutely destroys them both. Ezio's usually got some dodge ability, which I was kind of hoping on that one. Isolde, yeah, Isolde does fall off really hard, and it's unfortunate because so many people do build Isolde. He just does fall off really hard, which even having him completely built, I mean, he's just getting destroyed in here. We had anything to provide a little bit of immunity or even a little bit of survivability in here. You know what? Let's go ahead and put Leonardo in here just for the simple fact he's going to stay up there and he's not going to instantly die. Because even that way, if he could possibly get some crowd control off, I think it'll make a big difference. There's the stun. Ezio's up. A little bit of crowd control. Might actually work. See, Ezio can't die that early. I love the work of art. It's so cool. Same with his cannon. That is such a cool effect. I think it's going to be some of the RNG. Everybody got painted. Let's see this one. Wondering to try to keep these two kind of away. CC might work with Isolde over Brutus. Yeah, I'm wondering if we take out Brutus and drop in Isolde, he's just going to get destroyed. Is what I'm thinking. Prince or Raku first for gear. Prince or Raku. I like Raku. Raku actually does surprisingly well. See, I wonder if Raku... We could try Raku in this formation too. I'm just wondering from the crowd control aspect if we could add more crowd control. Or even possibly Because the original formation we had actually had Tassie in here. Just again from a crowd control aspect. And even there, I mean, we got, I don't even think she's banishing anybody. Got the cannon with the stun. See, she's not even banishing anyone. Yeah, put Raku on the top. We definitely can. That way he's protected from the prince. Again, I really feel like that immunity with Brutus makes a big difference just for the fact Sophia is putting out so much damage. Raku's got some targets marked up. Yeah, I think for survivability. Where's Brutus? I think this will work. Raku. Maybe. Yeah, Shiro, we could. I know there's not too much time left. We're just about out an hour. But I'll give it a couple more tries. We'll see what we can do since it is the very last stage, guys. We can plan for this one absolutely next time. I'm wondering if, with Raku, if we put a little bit more... Let me see if we can swap out some of his gear. Like I said, I feel like this one can work. I'm just wondering what else do we have here. So Prince we're using, Iran was used, Ezio we're not. Even to just get him some decent gear. It looks like Falks is wearing the gear. I've been running a lot of the towers lately. So we do have a lot of different gear kind of everywhere. A little bit better, and I wonder if here I want to go with the shroud, see if that'll make a difference. That way if he can at least take a hit, is what I'm hoping, because he crowd controlled Falks right there. That's what I was kind of hoping, if we can get some crowd control down. Yeah, like I said, I think we can do this one. I think as long as we get lucky with stuns, with some of the RNG. And that was a pretty early stun there. What if we do the same with, let's say, Isolde? Swap to Nara. I think a little bit higher gear. Because again, if we could take out a couple of these targets pretty quick. Pretty close. What do you buy to power level? So power level, I do a lot out of the shop. So I refresh the shop actually twice a day. I buy, I think, 5 fast rewards every day to go ahead and power level. So we buy all of the essence out of there. I have enough EXP, but it's the essence that I'm lacking, and it's what I have been lacking kind of forever. So definitely need to get a little bit, maybe switch Leonardo with Ezio. See, I think if we can get, again, the timing of the crowd control is going to be kind of the thing. I think if we can get lucky with a couple hits here, we can take this down. I wonder, you know what? Let's go with Raku. I like the Shroud, but again, I think with the RNG, if we do the Longbow, for him to do more damage. And see, Bane went backwards that time. It's okay. We'll give it some tries. Why are you not playing Raku? I mean, you know, it's kind of a pain, honestly, to run Raku on manual, especially because he's right in the middle of the formation. Even Brutus, I feel like if he could live just a little bit longer. So that was pretty close. Yeah, let me see. So we got to do 1, 2, 4, and 5 since he's in position 3. Well, doesn't help if he dies at the very beginning. Yeah, I don't even think. I'm trying to see if Brutus and Nara are even going to ult. So Raku, we don't want to ult. Look at that, guys. Boom. Give Raku the defense, ignore artifact. There it is, guys. Very nice. So big shout out. Not ulting Raku. There it was, guys. So let's look at his damage. 553 million damage. Wanted to get that one down today. And you've seen Prince of Persia just absolutely crazy with his ults, guys. So look, no power to boom, ult, stuns everyone. Ult again, and then of course, boom, more crowd control right there to everybody. And Raku just pounding out the damage, guys. Crazy. Very nice. Again, guys, Lewinsky, everybody else, manual play. There we go. Brandon, manual for his DPS. There we go. So definitely some 37-21, some solid progression there. We can run a couple more sub-stages here, and then we'll get into another multi-stage. Yeah, the Prince. Guys, Prince of Persia is awesome. If you guys haven't realized it yet, or if you haven't built him, Prince of Persia does exceptionally well. It's kind of crazy how strong the Prince of Persia is. And this is one a lot of players are having problems with Kaz since it's been a little while now, but Kaz seems to be destroying players very easily. Yeah, Raku is crazy with the amount of damage that Raku puts out. That's why everybody uses him, guys. A lot of people have just said, you know, Raku's damage is super broken, which we just seen right there. Raku's damage is super broken. That's it. I want to get, he's another hero, guys, Raku. Getting him to the plus 30 engraving makes a super big difference when it comes to Raku because of his skill rate here. The effect is extended by 2 seconds, so from 8 to 10 seconds. His engraving, like his engraving for both of the Wilders, is pretty solid, and a lot of players have built it. A lot of players have built those two specifically when it comes to the engraving. I like pronouncing Joker. Oh, yeah, Joker and same team. Can you use Kalthar to teleport someone out of the pyramid? Yes, you can, Andrew. You can use Kalthar in there. So even here, if you swap Kalthar in here, it'll switch Kelthar will actually go in the pyramid, but the other player or the enemy team goes the other way. It just works backwards. But even here, one of the big damage things is if you watch Titus right here, he'll get Sophia's I forget what is it, not the disrupting specter, but the ability that does more damage based on AoE. 30% mitigation there. Big heals for Merlin, which is the reason we love him, guys. Boom, look at that. Little bit of RNG there. 1.02 billion damage to finish out that stage. That is awesome. Where can I get the red engraving? So the red engraving is actually plus 60, guys. You get these red stars once you hit a plus 60. Plus 30, I believe it's like an orangish. But when you get to plus 60 engraving, it goes to these red stars. Plus 80 gives you like a diamond star, which is right here. So plus 80, oh, it's not gonna let me view them. Plus 80 gives you the diamond stars. Plus 100 engraving gives you these twinkling diamond stars. So that's where the engraving comes from. Everyone using Ions and Kaz is actually a low-key counter at big. Yeah, I've heard that. So I heard Kaz running together with some unusual team comps is what a lot of people have been saying that are working very well at very high level deficiencies. But guys, we got through 2 boss stages today. I'm super stoked about that. That is some definite solid progression with 2 boss stages. If we can get mitigation there from Merlin, boom, another ult from Ainz. Got to take out Shamira in the bottom. And hopefully, there we go. Took out Thorn. Yeah, 30 engravings, it's kind of yellow. Yeah, 50 is the red stars. There we go, guys. 37-24. So we're going to get these team comps set as we continue over a quarter of the way into 37. So that is awesome. Look at that, 30 emblems out of there. Definitely made some solid progression today. And now we were, I believe, 8th or 9th on the wall. Now we are 5th, guys. So we passed our 37-17 right there. Little bit more area, couple more levels, and we'll be able to continue our progression. 5th on the progression ladder. King's Tower still number 3rd, level 655. We are capped right there. That's where we're stuck. We are stuck at 655. I don't have a team strong enough to make progression in there, so gonna have to make a little bit more progression with levels. And I love the update they did to unlock some more of these, because there's a ton of heroes we've been neglecting to use. Even here I have, 4 rows of Ascended heroes that I can't even use because I have no room in here. So we will continue to build this out for all of our heroes. All right, guys, that will do it for the stream today. 37-24. We'll come back next week. We'll get the team formation set. We'll have a couple more levels, couple more heroes. New event is going to be up, so the Isle of Gold is going to be up. Make sure you partake in it. I'm a little disappointed on the Island of Gold, or the Isle of Gold. I feel like before it was a lot better. This one's really heavy set in defense, so I'm hoping a lot more players attack me. On the test server with the Isle of Gold, I've been attacked twice. That is it, guys. 2 single times I've been attacked or successfully defended the attacks. So I'm hoping on the global servers that it is going to be a lot more players, a lot more people to attack me when it comes to the event. If not, you do get a lot of resources from defending, but ultimately if you're not getting attacked, there's nothing to defend. So it does kind of suck. All right, guys. So again, that will do it for the stream for today. If you are not a sub of the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit our 20,000 subscribers to do our giveaway, almost to 19,500. So we are very, very close. What do I think is best to spend money on AFK Arena? It is absolutely, guys, the monthly cards. These two, especially when you make progression with VIP levels, make a huge difference. Monthly card, deluxe monthly card. From there, I would go to the advancement rewards. Always buying out the advancement rewards. We have it for 36 already, pushing through 37. But ultimately, the monthly card is going to be the best bang for your buck because of the diamonds you get and also the chest that you get. And I like how it is set up with the reward chest because depending on what you need, depending on where your account is, You can choose what you need. So right now, currently, I am looking to gain levels. So I've been getting essence out of here every single day. I don't need the primordial, the amplifying emblems right now. Gold, I'm getting every day, don't really need it, but hero essence I do. Once I get more levels, that's gonna change to engraving mats. And the same with the deluxe monthly card. You get red chests out of here every single day. That is right, guys, 2 a day based on VIP level. So I get 60 red chests out of here per month, not including the diamonds that I get, and then also the rewards chest here. I've been getting elemental cores out of this every single day. Remember, 10 elemental cores are 200 gold. So this is over 200 diamonds. So that's 400 plus diamonds per day on top of the 600 you get here on top of the red chest. So it is very beneficial to pick up those cards if you're looking to spend anything into AFK Arena. All right, guys. So again, that will do it for the stream for tonight. Have a wonderful Sunday. Got some more videos on the way. We know we have a couple things that are coming down the pipeline, including a new Wilder hero, the Isle of Gold event, I think is going to be up tonight. And then we should see the patch notes, I'm thinking tomorrow or the next day for the new Wilder, as well as the engraving for the Graveborn is coming. Lilith has also shared that when we do the engraving for the Graveborn, or when it is released, they are going to give us the option to reset one hero that you already engraved. So we're going to have to see exactly how it looks and what the engraving lists are going to look like from there. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me today for the stream. And as always, thank you guys for watching.